Tessa has seemed to found a stray cat, or it might be a neighbor cat. Tessa's the type of person that will bring home any animal. I bet you, if you didn't come out to the field with us, I'd come home and there'd be a cat on my couch. I guarantee you. You'd be like, oh my gosh, it's so cute though. And it'd be
It chose us.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
It stumbled upon us. It did not choose us.
It chose us. There's 3 other campers.
I don't know what we're going to be doing today because I'm pretty sure that we're caught up to green wheat, and the stuff that we were cutting yesterday was pretty borderline to put in the bins. And the wheat that we have to harvest next was a little greener than the stuff that we harvested yesterday. So I don't know what we're doing today. We might just be driving out here for nothing. Get there. About 30 minutes ago, the plan was we're not going to be cutting for a couple of days because everything's green. And then 25 minutes ago, the plans changed to we have 100 acres to cut and it's dry and it's ready right now. Go, go, go. Welcome to wheat harvest, I guess. I hate that plans are so sporadic like that, but it is part of it.
Start right here where my pig is at. Just cut to the north out there, 2 or 3 passes off the side instead of 90. Go to the far to the county road and see what it is.
Well, the moisture has to be under 15%, and it's more than under 15%. I guess we're gonna cut out a little section here and start working on this today. Well, we kind of poked around on that field and got majority of all the dry spots. The rest of the field is way too wet. It was rating in high 16s, 17s. Sometimes we get up in the 20s, so that's gonna need quite a while to dry down. And it's not like it's rain moisture. It's just green, like the heads are green and everything. So it's gonna be a while for the rest of that field to get ready, which means we would have nothing to cut for quite a while. And last year we went and helped another farmer south of here, and Dad gave him a call and asked if they needed help, and they said yes. So right now, rather than sitting here doing nothing for a couple of days, we're actually going to pull the headers off and head down south and go help another farmer with getting his wheat out. You know, we haven't pulled the headers off in 2-3 weeks, something like that, so it's been a while. Well, while we were getting header trailers, someone unhooked the header for me, so that was nice. Also, I have forgotten my lunchbox all day long. Let me tell you, that was a mistake. covering Cody up with Chad. So we haven't had the headers off in like 3 weeks or so. I've missed tons of 50-hour services where I grease this drum from going up and down, which is this pivoting point right here. There's a grease fitting right here and back behind this chain right here. So I'm gonna smear some grease on both of these and kind of catch up on that. I feel like it doesn't matter how much maintenance you do on these combines and headers. They just always wear out. And I feel like they wear out like really fast. Kind of the older generation of custom harvesters, you know, they might argue, you know, we've never had to fix that mid-harvest. You know, we've never had to patch that hole mid-harvest. You know, I don't understand why these combines are breaking down so much. And it's like, I kind of get that. Again, you have to kind of look at it, you know, one combine now is doing what 3 or 4 did, you know, back in the day. So, you know, machines are going to wear out 3 to 4 times faster is kind of how I see it. And I don't know if it's exactly, you know, 4 times or 3 times, you know, you'd really have to put them side by side, you know, for a day, or really for an entire harvest season would be, you know, a better, I guess, comparison. But others might also look at that and say, okay, well, if a combine's able to do 4 times, you know, the amount of throughput, then the combine should have 4 times the amount of wear resistance, right? As y'all know, we're in these combines from April all the way to November every single year. You know, some people might click on this YouTube video, see us run it for 12 minutes out of, you know, 12 hours that day and think they got our whole life figured out. Even if you watch every single video, I don't think that they will ever grasp how many hours we clock in a combine every single year. And running that combine from that many months and running, you know, that many acres through this one machine, you know, we kind of find out all the flaws in it, if you will. And we find out all the thin spots and all the weak spots, you know, stuff like that. I will tell you right now, the weakest link in these John Deere combines, and I'm talking about wear, and I'm really talking about metal. I'm not really talking about any moving parts necessarily. I'm talking about like the outside structure. And the top 3 things that I'm really talking about is the feeder house floor, the rotor, and the chopper floor. I feel like they put the thinnest piece of metal on all 3 of those things, and it's insane. I think it's so crazy. So Dad said that these people have a auger set up over the river and they're kind of using it as a swing. They actually do. They have the auger hung over the river and then a rope or a cable, it looks like, maybe a rope.
Corn looks good.
On the end of the auger, and they swing out into the river. I guess that's one way to do it. Well, we finally made it to the farmer's bins. I don't think we're gonna put on headers and head out to the field today. I think that is gonna be a tomorrow's project. And that being said, I think I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Well, good morning everyone. It was extremely foggy this morning, as you saw. But we met up with the farmer this morning and got all the fields put in the iPad. And I think we are going to head out to the field, or at least they're hooking on to the header trailers right now. Tessa's cleaning the windows because it's driving her insane. If you don't remember from last year, this farmer that we're cutting for also has combines, although I don't think we're going to be cutting with them today. Maybe in a couple of days we'll meet up and I'll be cutting in the same field. But I think for today it's just going to be Mom and I. So one of these barrels are leaking, and we changed one of them. Evidently that wasn't the right one. Dirty and lots of bugs. If you're wondering what Cody's doing, he is checking how many seeds we're throwing out the back and seeing if we need to make any changes or not. There's a fine line in between cleaning the grain and keeping the grain in the combine. And my sample was a little dirty, so I changed some settings to try to clean it up. And I cleaned it up a little too much and threw a little bit out. So I had to change more settings to keep the grain in the combine. And that's what he was checking for. So, but every single farmer is different and every single variety is different. So playing with settings right now. I've been sitting in that combine cab for way too long. Mom's gonna have to take lead here in a second because we don't have enough time to get back and lead before she gets to the end, but letting Dib stretch his legs, go to the bathroom. Well, it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. And I haven't recorded much. It's been a pretty boring day, if I'm being honest. The wheat that we're harvesting is pretty good yielding. Low to mid 60s is what it's making. Moisture is 11-ish. But we're having a really hard time getting the seeds out of the head. I believe sometime in the growing stages, I'm pretty sure it was definitely full-headed when they had kind of a heat spell. And we're thinking that it cooked the seed inside the head. We've been having problems with that all of North Dakota. It is extremely hard to thrash it out. So that's what I was talking about earlier, how my sample was kind of bad because we're being super aggressive on it, trying to get it out of the head. But I don't know. We're having a hard time. Another thing that we're having a hard time with is, you can't really tell right here, it's actually standing pretty nice. I guess you can see a couple of divots right here. Every now and then there'll be a splotch that, I mean, it is just laying flat on the ground. Like right here, it was laying flat on the ground. We're having to shave the ground. Like there's absolutely no stubble, you know. But we have to get down and get the wheat. Also, this is sunflower ground. And every now and then we'll hit a sunflower stalk and it'll push the weed over, so it's kind of flagging it, which kind of looks bad, but another thing you really can't control. But anyways, we're gonna get back to cutting. I've retired for the rest of the day. You just have to remember on the stuff that's laying down, kind of tilt your feeder house forward a little bit. Push it forward,
it goes down?
It will go like this. Okay, and then which is what you need if it's short. And then when you do it the other way, then it'll flatten the header.
So I need to push up when I go to 3?
Yeah.
And then push down when I go to 2?
Yeah. The flatter your header is, the more skid plate you're going to use. The more up on its nose. You don't have any skid plates, it's just the guards. And you scoop a lot of dirt. And if you scoop it in the dirt, you're cleaning it out. Dibs is enjoying life. Sun tanning. So back to what I was talking about earlier, how we sometimes have to scrape the ground to get the wheat that's laying absolutely flat on the ground. Well, it has its cons. Massive rock. Oh. I'm gonna go throw this like right here. It's kind of a creek bottom. Hopefully no one will scoop that up again. Free, puppy dog. Go run. Go run. You've been sitting in a cab all day. You're not gonna go run? Well, I forgot to end the video out in the field, but we made it back to the camper. But Tessa's actually leaving in a couple of days to go back home. I think Saturday she's leaving. I don't know what today is. I think today's Thursday. So she'll have all day tomorrow. And then at like 4 a.m., 3 a.m., something like that, we're going to have to get up and drive to Bismarck, North Dakota. And she's going to be getting onto a plane and going back home for, I think, a week or so. Meanwhile, we're obviously going to stay here and keep on cutting. But anyways, I think that is going to be it for today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.